Hey guys, my name is Jess and welcome to my channel. This is your second stimulus update for August 14th, 2020. A lot of YouTubers now creating these titles that kind of mislead people, and I really don't want to do that. I want to give you guys news that is going to help you and is going to be truthful and the best to my knowledge. I'm going to give you examples of what exactly we're looking at right now in terms of the economy, COVID related news, stimulus package news, and much more. So if you want to go ahead and like this video if you find it helpful, that would really be great. If you want to subscribe to see future videos, it would really support the channel as well, and it would keep you updated on news coming up. You guys to be able to have a news source that you can come to for truthful information. I'm going to spend hours every day doing research in order to do so. Particularly, I'm going to be talking about the current state, I guess, of the stimulus bill that could possibly be signed in the future. I mean, it's not looking too good. I'm also going to be talking about the $400 a week extension in the executive order that Donald Trump made. I'm also going to be talking about the Russian vaccine and news regarding COVID-19. So this video will be really helpful to anyone who really hasn't been keeping up with any of these things, and I really hope it helps you guys out. So if you've been following the news at all or anything like that, you will see that we still have not come to an agreement between the two parties, and they have not created a new bill. And unfortunately, that means that no stimulus relief has necessarily been passed at this point. Nothing has been officially passed as a bill per se. The Senate actually is on vacation and did go home. They are going to be on vacation till September 8th. So we really won't see anything from the Senate unless both parties come to an agreement. So pretty much we might not hear anything till September 8th regarding the stimulus bill unless they can come together, maybe meet in the middle. But from their track record, they've had weeks to do this and they have yet to come to an agreement. Donald Trump went last Saturday and signed an executive order with 4 major points. And like I said, in this video, I want to go into detail of the $400 a week extension. Keep in mind, when it comes to politics, you want to create a little bit of skepticism, no matter what party you belong to or what your beliefs. You should always be skeptical, because at the end of the day, a politician is a politician. They're going to do what they can to make themselves look good. They're going to want to seem like the hero. And then at the end of the day, they're going to point fingers at others who make mistakes and not take responsibility for their own. So in this situation, I really want you to look at the executive order and see why it might affect the current economy. It might have a negative consequence on states and their funding, and how you might not even be eligible for the $400 a week. I will go into fine detail right here. Go ahead and show you the actual executive order, and I guess you could say the fine print of what is really going on in this order. In exercising this authority, the Secretary acting through FEMA administrator shall, subject to the limitations above, approve a lost wages assistance program that authorizes the governor to provide a $400 payment per week, which shall reflect a $300 federal contribution. So right here, you can see $300 will be a federal contribution to eligible claimants. And right here, this is very important. Eligible is the key word. From the week of unemployment ending August 1st, 2020. So this will be retroactive to this date. But this right here is really important. Steve, for the week's lost wages assistance is sought at least $100 per week of any of the following benefits. So these are the benefits listed here. Unemployment compensation, including unemployment compensation for federal employees and unemployment compensation for ex-service members, Pandemic Emergency Unemployment Compensation, or PEUC, Pandemic Unemployment Assistance, Pandemic Unemployment Assistance, PUA, Extended Benefits, or Trade Readjustment Allowance, TRA, payments under the Self-Employment Assistance Program. And as you can see, if you do not make at least $100 per week, you are not eligible for this $400 a week extension. And this is going to cause problems for a lot of people, because I personally actually know some people who make less than $100 per week for the regular unemployment, whether it's because they didn't make a lot of money in their last job, or the calculation of the highest pay quarter was just a little far off, and maybe they were unemployed before this even started. If you're making less than $100 per week, this is where this becomes a problem. You are not eligible for this, and this is unfortunate because there are many states who actually have pretty low weekly benefits, and I was really surprised when I learned this. All right, so we will see here Florida has a maximum weekly benefit of $275. South Carolina has a maximum weekly benefit of $326. Indiana has a maximum weekly benefit of $247. Mississippi, maximum weekly benefit of $235. There's many states in the 200 range, and that is just, to me, absolutely mind-blowing. The fact that they have to qualify, the fact that they have to make at least $100 per week to receive that extra bonus just seems productive to me. People making a low weekly benefit of unemployment should be able to get that boost, in my opinion. And if you're in these states where you're making $275 for a week, or even as low as $235, and this is the maximum, keep in mind, I don't understand, how is someone going to live off of $235 a week? And they should be able to qualify for that extra $400, in my opinion. So I just want to go ahead and show you some of the figures here. Our unemployment extension isn't necessarily as good as the $600 extension that we had before. There are eligibility requirements that are going to hurt a lot of people. I'm going to go ahead and show you an example of why states may be concerned with the funding aspect of this new bill. All right, guys, so here you can see that the 400 weekly unemployment insurance benefits lifeline for the nation's 16.3 million jobless workers. Yet, while this makes most payments retroactive to August 1st, the money could take weeks to reach people and to less than advertised for some claimants. The states would need to set up new systems for administering these benefits, which could require considerable time to get up and running. A lot of these states are using outdated computer systems that they would have to, program to work with this new $400 weekly unemployment plan. According to unemployment experts, unemployment workers shouldn't count on the extra benefits landing in their bank account in the next few weeks. Some states actually don't really have the funding to provide the 25% of benefit as proposed. They're going to have to make up the rest of the 25%, which is $100 a week, and a lot of states just can't afford that right now. So this could cause even more delays in the payments to the unemployed Americans right now. Trump said that if the states do not have funding to provide that 25%, then obviously the federal government will make up for that 25%. But how is that process? How long will it take? Is there something that the states have to do in order to get that? Is it going to delay things even more? We don't know yet. And 30% of unemployed people right now are actually self-employed, and so the states are going to have to figure out a way to include that in their new update to the computer, how to pay those people this extra $400 a week. That's another thing I wanted to throw in there, that this could make things a lot more complicated, and apparently from what I researched, it is very technical to be able to pull this off. I want to go ahead and show you, for California, the governor Gavin Newsom, he said that Monday it would be extremely difficult and likely impossible for the state to provide funding needed to give California's unemployment workers the extra $400 additional benefit that President Trump has announced. This would cost the state an estimated $700 million each week. He said after an afternoon news conference at a time when the California government is struggling to balance a budget ravaged by the sudden economic slump triggered by the COVID-19 pandemic. And like I said before, this is going to cost states a lot of money. I wanted to point out right here, the average California benefit has been $347 per week. So currently right now, because the $400 a week has not actually went through, the average person, if you're lucky, is making only $347 a week. And if you know anything about California, this is not really a good I guess income to live off of, even cover most people's rent in this state. I feel bad for families right now who are struggling and not receiving the extra unemployment boost money from the government. Honestly, I don't see how this $347 a week is going to last throughout this pandemic. So I really hope this $400 extension, or boost you could say, will go through quickly, and I really hope that it doesn't delay further. I do want to give you a little bit of updates of the Russian vaccine and what exactly they are going to do. It has been called Sputnik V. The vaccine would be administered in 2 shots 21 days apart. Both shots contain modified adenoviruses, which would ordinarily cause a common cold. Both have been given the gene for the spike protein from which the coronavirus SARS-CoV-2. This protein allows the virus to enter human cells. In theory, this should prime the immune system for an encounter with the actual coronavirus. New vaccines must normally pass 3 tests before they can be widely used. A phase 1 trial involves a small number of volunteers and is intended to determine a safe dose. Phase 2 requires more people because it tests whether the vaccine triggers an immune response, and that also looks more carefully at the side effects. Then, a large phase 3 trial is used to find out whether the vaccine actually protects against infection. This isn't just a formality. A vaccine might trigger an immune response to phase 2, but this may not be enough to confer real immunity in phase 3. Many public health experts have identified several ways the Russian move could backfire. So I just want to give you guys a little update on the Russian vaccine. I want to go ahead and show you COVID-related news here in the States. Give you some COVID-19 news that I found interesting. West Virginia governor announces that new color-coded COVID-19 rating system based on positivity rate. So I want to kind of explain this. The governor announced the implementation of a new color-coded rating system that will revolve around a 7-day rolling cumulative positivity rate number, that each county in our state will receive a code based either a green, yellow, orange, or red code that will change daily. Stated that the goal is to get everyone in the green or yellow. If any county goes into the red category, all schools in that county will be automatically transitioning to 100% virtual learning. And you can see here the total cases, and we've had around 53,000 new cases since yesterday. This is updated. And the total deaths we've had are right here. We've had almost 1,200 new deaths since yesterday as well. I just wanted to go ahead and give you guys some news regarding COVID, and I hope this was helpful. Alright, I really wanted to keep this short and simple. I didn't want to, say a bunch of things that weren't true and get everyone's hopes up. I just wanted to share news important today, and I want to constantly give updates as this goes on. I'm going to do my best to research every single day and try to come out with news that is relatable to the American people and truthful and not misleading. Please go ahead and like this video if you found it helpful. Consider subscribing, that would really help out the channel, and push the notification bell if you want to see future videos. I'm going to try to do this as quickly as possible so you can get quick updates and go about your day. I really appreciate you guys watching till the end. You guys are amazing. Stay safe out there. I wish the best for you all. Thank you for watching.